Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiffy's Palette. Uh, I am George, I am Whiffy Penguin, I am the painter. Today, this week, we have Soul Cauldron Painter with Phyrexian Devourer sub combo with the Soul Cauldron. This list is featuring two melded Moxites. Pretty sweet draft card from Edge of Eternities that can do can do the thing in the deck. Welding these back and forth is not nothing. Let you rip through the deck and put cards in your graveyard. What do we have that's a little different? We got five blasts, no lightning bolts in the deck. Instead of lightning bolts, we've got melded moxites and Soul Cauldron and Devourer. We've got a Lava Spur Boots. We've got Mopal, 21 lands. Um, yeah, pretty standard fare outside of the Devourer Soul Cauldron kill, and the Soul Cauldron just being a pretty cool card on its own. Sideboard is a little Mitgo-y. I've got a Mind Break Trap in here for like Storm Combo, and Ravenous Trap is for Oops All Spells with the Mind Break Trap as well for Oops All Spells. And then Void Mirror, Disruptor Flutes, Pithing Needle. We really just want to stop like things like combo decks and maybe prison up on the One Ring and stuff. We've got some Magus of the Moons over Blood Moon because of our Agatha Soul Cauldron synergies. Magus being a creature for Soul Cauldron is a little bit better than Blood Moon. Then we got some Furies. I have a Legacy 1K at my local LGS. The reason it's a 1K is I'm not sure what the turnout's going to be. Our normal Friday Night Magics are somewhere in the high teens on average, but they've been talking about this for a couple of months. It's coming up on March 14th. I'd like to play Painter, and I think I might want to try this list for the 1K. I've been messing around with it, playing it, and I think it's pretty good. I know I have said that I don't like Phyrexian Devourer, but Agatha Soul Cauldron is a heck of a magic card, and this is just one slot, and we still get all this other nonsense that we get to do with the Soul Cauldron. Uh, the plan B of attacking is pretty decent with Soul Cauldron making our guys a little bit bigger. The Lava Spur Boots to make our constructs hit a little bit faster. We can maybe race combo with that line. Um, and then, yeah, our sideboard, we can like mid range here, and then we've got like anti combo for the rest. Uh, I've really been enjoying the creative outlet of playing Mitgo, or so far just the once on Arena, playing different Painter cards. I like Legacy. I really like Painter. I like the I like the creativity this is affording me. I've been kind of pleasantly surprised with the growth on the channel so far. It's been 2.5 months, and we've gained a bunch of subscribers. We're hitting new milestones on our views and our total hours watched, our unique viewers. It's pretty cool to see. I started doing shorts to like feed the algorithm, the almighty algorithm. You have to make it happy. I would really love to push for 500 subscribers. So if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't do anything for you. I mean, it might clutter up your feed, but if you like it, that's cool. We're doing stuff. We're painting. We're having fun together, and if not, that's perfectly fine. Somebody else might, and then, we'll get there. See you guys for round number 1. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to round number 1 with Soul Cauldron Painter. We won the die roll. We're going to play first. And what do we think? This hand is pretty great. Yeah, we're going to keep. I think it's Mountain Goblin Welder, and then on turn 2, assuming our Fable of the Mirror Breaker has not been thought seized out of our hand, we can go for Saga and Fable. Do the... Ooh, Eldrazi. Okay. I wonder what we can do against Eldrazi. All right, we're going to play the Saga because I think that it will be important to race them. And I think I actually want to keep the Lotus Petal and use the Simian Spirit Guide for Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And then... because that'll let us attack harder with our construct because the Lotus Petal will be in play. It's an artifact, and we'll get to attack them for +1 damage. Goblin Shaman is also going to generate treasures, which will pump up the jam, which will pump up the Saga constructs, the constructs. Let's see, what could they do that would be awful? I mean, not too much, right? A Thought-Knot Seer would grab our Lotus Petal, and that would be fine. They could Chalice of the Void on 1, I guess. They could Wasteland me. I don't know. I don't think Eldrazi plays Wasteland. They might. They might play Wasteland. I don't know that they have room, though. All right, 2 colorless. We're doing an Eldrazi thing. Kozilek's Command. Okay. Make some Scions or draw a card? Drawing a card. That's pretty good turn 1 play, not going to lie. We still get to sculpt our hand. Lotus Petal might be more important now than it was before. There's the Wasteland. Yeah, okay. Well, see, now I don't really want the Lotus Petal. Ooh, Soul Cauldron is good. We're gonna pitch this Lotus Petal. I do want to use the ability. I think... do I want to get... yeah, we want to dig. Perfect. All right, Mountain, and we will play a Soul Cauldron. Next turn, we can get a Chaos Defiler if we want to, and nug them. We can also turn this into a Lotus Petal if we need. I think I would rather attack. We can also put a Painter Servant into play next turn to turn off any colorless nonsense. We can kill them with the Phyrexian Devourer, maybe? I would be interested in that. They have access to 3 mana. Okay. What do we got? Okay. So now I can't kill them. I could have played around that with this Goblin Welder. That is a good draw, though. All right, so let's play the Saga. And then let's play Goblin Welder, and we'll play Goblin Engineer. And I think Goblin Engineer is going to... what do we want to put in there? We can make an artifact next turn with our Saga, so we can get anything we want. I think I want Chaos Defiler. They can exile it with a Kozilek's Command, but that's okay. This is the card that, like, It can help break open the game, but it's not super necessary. And I can also. Oh yeah, that's right. Wasteland. Wasteland exists. It can get rid of my Urza Saga. It's a little unfortunate that they had that. Um, Now we can't guarantee an artifact for next turn. The deck list I saw that had done well. I think it was Carlos Ayaro on MTG decks. They had three great furnaces in their list, but I only have two on Mitgo, and I wasn't about to buy a third one. I probably wouldn't play three in paper. I don't like getting landed, and I mean, this is precisely why. What are we going to do? We can attack. We really need to draw an artifact. Any artifact will do, other than, I guess, Phyrexian Devourer. All right, we've got some action. It's Eldrazi time. Eldrazi Linebreaker time. That's a good one. So, like, a Lotus Petal into an Ensnaring Bridge would be pretty awesome. I am just going to take it, I think. What do we need? We really need a... That's not it. That is not it. All right, let's attack with our welder team. Oh, I should have attacked with the Goblin Engineer too. That thing's not blocking. All right. So, man, just not being able to get our sagas to turn into an artifact is killing us. Feel like we could easily have won this game if our Lotus Petal had made it into play. I don't think I was supposed to not discard it though. I think we just got a little variance on the double wasteland, and that's okay. We still are not out of this game. If we can draw a mana source, we're good. Or not a mana source, an artifact. I'm gonna use the reflection to put a Goblin Engineer into play, and use the token to put a Ensnaring Bridge into my graveyard, and then block with it. Glaring Fleshraker's pretty good. I might be dead. Okay, so you're doing stuff. Yep. This doesn't have trample though? That's great for me. Okay. We will uh, make a copy of this Goblin Engineer. And we are going to say yes. And we're going to put our Ensnaring Bridge into the dumpster. And then we're going to block with it. Declare, attacker step, cast instance. We're going to block right here. We have three Goblin Welders, so if we can hit any artifact, we can Chaos Defiler them to death. All right, what do we got? Come on, artifact. There we go. So let's turn this artifact into a Chaos Defiler. And we'll always yield. This Chaos Defiler will eat your Glaring Fleshraker. And then we will turn this Chaos Defiler into an Agatha Soul Cauldron. And that will eat your Eldrazi Linebreaker. And then we will put this Glaring Fleshraker into the soup. Make our All right, they give up. Go to game 2 against Eldrazi. So I think we want the Maguses. I think we want the Furies. I think we want the Abrade. I think we want the Void Mirror. What don't we want? Okay, we don't need Soul Guide Lantern. I think we can trim a Lotus Petal. I think we can trim some Blasts. I usually don't like them. I think maybe we can trim Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Maybe we'll just take out the last Blast because they're a colorless deck. And we'll roll like this. We're still a Goblin Welder deck. We're still a Painter deck. Yeah. Okay. Submit. My mouse loves resting on this Phyrexian Dragon engine and making it huge. So that game felt a little risky, but man, once we got that artifact, it sure did snowball out of control pretty quickly. I do like that we're a little less reliant on the combo. I know Void Mirror and Magus of the Moon are like a non-bow, but it is pretty important to shut them off if we don't have that. All right, so this is great. We've got a turn 2 Painter Servant. We got a Goblin Welder. I like it. We're going to name everything as red so that we can throw away a land to the Fury if we need to. We could turn 1 the Painter just to turn off their deck, which I think is probably right. I'm pretty sure that that is correct. We want to just turn off their deck. Leyline of the Void. Okay. Cavern of Souls on Eldrazi. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we are going to paint it red. Everything is red. I like seeing the Leyline of the Void. We do use our graveyard quite a bit, but this is a bad card, and we can beat that card. All right, they kept a pretty poor hand, and then I think we're just gonna win right here with this Magus of the Moon. They only have a couple of cards that they can theoretically play. I don't know of what they actually could be, though. Uh, yeah, it's looking pretty bad for team opponent. We're going to come on in with our guys. And we're just going to keep making land drops until we can cast our Fury. Oh, here's a Dismember. Okay. They're not completely dead. That turns on my Ancient Tomb again. That's cool. So I can actually play Fury next turn. Goblin Welder will just be attacking, since they do have a Leyline of the Void and I have no Pyroblasts. I can't imagine it's correct. Oh, that's a great draw. I can't imagine it's correct to not play this Fury. Yeah, all right, there we go. That was cool. We will see you guys for round number 2. Hey everybody, welcome back for round 2. We're blessed to be on the play again. We would like to play first. All right, what do we got? This is a turn 2 kill. We're keeping it. This is a turn 2 kill. So if you're not sure, turn 2 kill is turn 1 Goblin Welder, turn 2 City of Traders, Simian Spirit Guide, Goblin Engineer for Phyrexian Devourer, and Agatha's Soul Cauldron to put it onto the Welder and attack for, I don't know, 200? Whatever our mana value is of our deck. I guess it's not that high. It's probably like, ooh, I would hazard a guess at 50, 60 mana, something like that. At least in game one. All right, they're mulligan down to 5. They have 60 cards, so I don't know if they are just having a bad time or if they're chasing that oops all spells hand. It just makes me want to go for the turn 2 kill even more, though. All right, let's win. How about it? What do we got, opponent? Island Ponder, go. Misty Rainforest. Kind of want to go. I can play. Oh, I have the Great Furnace in play. What could I get? I could get Dragon Engine. That's not great. I think I'm going to go a little bit slower. I'm going to play the Agatha Soul Cauldron, see if I can get him with a daze. All right, Undercity Sewers. They put a daze into their graveyard, and then they let it resolve. So let's attack you. And then we can start eating your graveyard. What would we love to see here? Brainstorm isn't bad. We can present 2 lethal attackers with Goblin Engineer next turn. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, let's eat your Brainstorm. And then let's play this Ancient Tomb. Good draw. Goblin Engineer. Cancel. Lava Spur Boots. Goblin Engineer. Oh, well, now you need a Force of Will. If you don't have one, you're dead. Street Wraith. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yes, we're going to use the ability. We are going to put a Phyrexian Devourer in the graveyard. We're going to put the Boots of Fast on my Engineer. We're going to attack with both of my guys. And then do you have the Snuff out? Can't see how big he is. He's a 12/12. Now he's a 16/16. Okay, that should be enough. All right, cool, cool, cool. Took a little bit of time and went for the turn 3. So we're playing against Street Wraith. Is it Doomsday or is it Shadow? I think it's Doomsday. They had two. Maybe it's Tempo. I want the Magus of the Moons. All right, what don't I want? I think I could regret taking out a Lava Spur Boots. I'm not sure what kind of deck they are. They showed us Brainstorm and Daze and Street Wraith. Brainstorm, Daze, and Street Wraith. Two. I feel like it's the Street Wraith deck, or not the Street Wraith deck. Obviously, they're a Street Wraith deck. I feel like it is the Death Shadow deck. I'm going to take out a Goblin Welder, I think, and a Goblin Engineer. Trim on them. I think I'll trim one Red Blast. Hmm. Is that right? Pithing Needle for Wasteland. No, I've got Maguses. Maybe I take out a Melded Moxite because I expect them to be on Orcish Bowmaster. I think I want to take out the Lava Spur Boots too if they have lots of removal, like Fatal Push and such. Does that make me want Goblin Engineer then? Yeah, I'll just trim one Goblin Welder. All right, we'll try it like this. We got a turn 1 Magus of the Moon with Blast backup. We are 100% doing it. All right, it's unfortunate that they will be able to get a basic land, but this is what we're here to do, and we're doing it. Maybe they don't have a basic land. That would be cool. That's a swamp. Okay, so we have turned off their cantrips. Now we just need to beat their creature. No, how about that? They just have both of the basics. Okay, it was nice. Ford Tamia. We will Pyroblast that on my turn. Land? Okay, Soul Cauldron's not bad. Let's Red Blast this Tamio. Let's Red Blast this Tamio. And then we'll attack with our Magus. And I guess next turn we'll play Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder and Soul Guide Lantern can... Two. Oof, Barrowgoyf. That's a good one. How big are you? 4/5. Okay, Mountain is great. Mountain is great. We're going to get a Goblin Welder. And we're going to Soul Guide Lantern, and we're going to hit your Tamio, because it's the only creature. All right, so his Barrowgoyf is a 3/4. Soul Cauldron. I could have hit the land, and then I could have used Soul Cauldron to eat. That's okay, I guess. We are looking to hit a Goblin Engineer here so that we can get our Ensnaring Bridge into play. Wasteland, Marsh Flats, and Ponder. And now it's a 4/5. All right, we got... Okay, so I could turn this Soul Guide Lantern into a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I could... Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. We're going to get a Lotus Petal. We really need to find Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. So we're good to make the switch, and then let's make a Fable. Hopefully they don't have a Daze. That would be terrible. Orcish Bowmasters. Kill my Goblin Welder. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Your Barragoyf is a 5/6 now. Ugh. All right. What are we going to do? We're going to... That's a mountain, so they can't wasteland us out of the game. Man, it's super unfortunate that they had their basics. So the Street Wraith, I'm still not sure if this is that Moonshadow deck or if it's like a Tempo Doomsday. Like, it doesn't make sense to play the Street Wraith if you're not playing Moonshadow or Doomsday. So I have no idea what we're playing against still. It could just be Tempo, but I don't understand why it would have the Street Wraith. It can't be for the Barragoyfs. All right, what do we got? Okay. I mean, I guess yes, I will use the ability. So now I can block and kill the Barragoyf with my either of these. I think it's got to be the Goblin Shaman. Oh, are we getting dazed? What's happening? Consign. A million things. All right, so we're dead. We'll go to game 2. I'm sorry, we'll go to game 3. Okay, I like shaving the Goblin Welder. I like shaving the Lava Spur Boots. I like keeping all of the blasts in. I don't want Fury. I could put in a Braid, and I could take out this Melted Moxite. I wonder... They probably have Murktide. We'll leave the Soul Guide. It does sometimes draw a card. Okay. We're gonna see what we can do. All right, that's a turn. 1 mulligan. Man, this hand's not good. This is 2 1-landers with a spirit guide. All right, let's go one more time. Oh, this is super unfortunate. That's a mulligan to 4. All right, my opponent is mulligan to 6, so I have to mulligan again. I have no lands. Still just 1. All right, we keep this. Put 3 cards on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Goblin Welder, and we'll pass. Maybe I should have gotten rid of both of the Fables, but like one of my soul lands lets me be in the game a little bit. Do they mulligan to 6 or 5? All right. Did we get a land? Okay, Lotus Petal. We'll play it. And I don't think I want to play the Soul Cauldron. So we'll attack. They have 6 cards in hand. They drew a card 7, so they only mulligan to 6. We mulligan to 4. Sometimes the hands won't get you there. Our opponent is surveilling away. We put a Fatal Push into the dumpster. They probably have a Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, Cavernous Soul. So this is Doomsday. This is Tempo Doomsday. I'm glad that we found that out before the end of the match. Okay, you got a Doughty Voidwalker. I mean, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, I just don't even want to be playing this game anymore. There's a Pyroblast. Can't do anything with that. Well, I guess we will attack. We're not winning this race. There's a Wasteland, so that's pretty bad. Is this a Barrogoyf? Yes. Yes, it is. It's just a wee little 2/3. Yep. There's the City of Traders. It's one we don't mind if it gets Force of Will or Wastelanded, because it's going to disappear anyway. We're getting Force of Willed. I don't think that's my fight. I think my fight is ripping a painter. Or maybe the Ensnaring Bridge. They will probably Wasteland me. Thoughtseize. Yeah, I mean, that's good too. All right, we're going to pack it up. There's no reason to play this game anymore. I will see you all for round number 3. All right, everybody, welcome back for round 3. What does this hand look like? We're playing against Dreadnought 33. This hand, I don't think we can keep this hand. I don't think we can keep it. I mean, yeah, no. I mean, it does have the combo in it. It does have the combo in it. All right, I'll keep. We can turn 1 Saga. It'll find Grindstone. turn 2 Saga, play Painter with Lotus Petal. Oh, I clicked Mulligan. That's a bummer, but this is okay. That's okay. This hand might be better. All right, we're gonna keep, and I think we're gonna put back the City of Traders. Done. All right, so we both mulliganed. That hand was risky. Maybe that was my subconscious telling me to mulligan. All right, Savannah. Agatha's Soul Cauldron does have text in this matchup. This is not nothing. We can eat creatures. We can eat lands. Ooh, Dark Depths. Well, we definitely want to play the Soul Cauldron and eat that, I think. There's a Mox Opal. I think we play it? Yeah. Yeah. It gives us a mana because now we have Metalcraft from the Soul Cauldron. And I don't think I need to eat it yet, but I'm going to. What do we got? Pretty sure you've got a Life from the Loam in your hand. Okay. Next turn, we can play Simian Spirit Guide, just as a creature. All right, we put a Talon Gates, and now this guy's on. Do we have Life from the Loam? All right, if you attack me, I will eat a land so that your creature is smaller. You do not attack me. End step. Let's eat your Dark Depths. All right, my turn. Ooh, Chaos Defiler. I can cast that. I'm gonna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Black, red, 2. Strawberry Shortcake could never. Could never. All right, so they didn't play a land that turn. I think I want to eat their Mox Diamond, actually. If I had played this Arena of Glory on an earlier turn, I could have hasted this guy. All right, so I think, yeah, we're gonna get your Mox Diamond. I don't care about your creature. Our Defiler can attack. We're gonna eat another land. Like, yeah. Yeah. Elvish Reclaimer, even if it could attack, it's not bigger than my Defiler, so he can't even attack into it. Plow. Oh, and now this leaves the battlefield. And I get his... Oh, is it dies? It is dies. Silly George. That's okay. We got rid of one of his mana sources. We're going to eat another land. We'll get your Talon Gates. We do have to be careful. He could Dark Depths us if he draws a mana source. He's pretty close. Urza Saga's a good one. We'll play this guy. And hope that we're not going to be dead. What are we hoping to draw? Painter. Just straight off the bat. That would be the best card. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. So this is 2. So we can sacrifice one of these and go get Thespian Stage. And then he would have to play a land. So let's eat this Savannah. All right, what do we got? Pyroblast. Not quite what the doctor ordered. We'll play the Arena of Glory, and I guess we attack. Next turn, we're going to attack for a lot of damage, but we might be dead. Oh, we have 22 life. That is an important thing to remember. We don't want to tap this Ancient Tomb. Here comes the Thespian Stage. Oh, okay. That's good too. That lets you get rid of the Savannah and do the Thespian Stage. Maybe you already have Thespian Stage. I'm not sure. We do survive an attack, though. 1, 2, and I'm going to Badger Mole Cub. All right. Let's see if we can kill our opponent. We'll make a construct. We will eat your Lush Portico. Untap. Soul Cauldron. Not a good one. We'll make a construct. All right, we have no Pithing Needle, so let's get the boots. Let's put the boots on the new one. And I think, yeah, it's attack with everything. I am almost positive that they can't attack me with Merit Lage next turn, and I really want to just pressure them as much as possible. I also wonder if I can snag this Savannah before it comes back, like if they block with it. Oh man, killing the Elvish Reclaimer with the Chaos Defiler might have been the right call, but they had missed land drops, so it felt like hitting the Mox Diamond was correct. I also, I'm not 100% sure what's in this deck, but I didn't think that STP, I didn't think swords were the main deck card. Maybe there's too many Barrogoyfs, though. All right, so they're going to sacrifice it, and I'm going to hit it with the old Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Now they have a Thespian Stage. They take 6, they go to 12. They can make the 20/20. Block both of my guys. Attack me to 2. Oh, excuse me. I attack them. All right. What do I do here? I think I'm going to grindstone myself. if I can hit a Phyrexian Devourer, we're in for it. All right, so I'm going to attack with both my guys. Whichever one he blocks, I'm going to put the Phyrexian Devourer on it. Unless he, for some reason, does not block one of my guys. Oh, he's dead. We'll put it on this one, and then we will kill you. Put your triggered abilities onto the stack. Yep. I want to click on this guy. And then let's kill you. All right, cool. Let's go to game 2. We are going to bring in the Abrade. We're going to bring in the Maguses. We're going to bring in the Needle and the 2 Flutes. And what are we going to take out? I think we're going to take out the Soul Guide. I think we're going to trim on the blasts. We'll trim those down. Keep 2, I guess. I think we'll take out 1 Soul Cauldron. We definitely want to keep Bridge. Maybe we cut 1 petal. No, we want to play a Magus of the Moon as fast as possible. Maybe we cut 1 Mox Opal. Lava Spur Boots was really good that game. Maybe we cut 1 Grindstone because they're probably going to have all of those Disruptor Flutes and stuff naming Grindstone. All right, yeah, let's go like this. Got a couple of blasts in the deck. Got some hate pieces. All right, we have to mulligan. All right, this one I think might be worth keeping. We'll put a card on the bottom. It's going to be second painter? Second painter. So I don't think we want to necessarily burn the Simian Spirit Guide if we don't have to. Collector Roof. Okay. Mox Diamond. Collector Roof. That's okay. This card is not going to single-handedly kill us. We're going to play the Goblin Welder. He also turned off his Mox Diamond to Collector Roof me. There is that. So he's down 2 resources. Okay. There's another painter. We're going to attack. And I think this time I will. Uh-oh. Are we getting plowed? Are we getting flashed? What's happening? Ah. I think I'm good with this. Yeah. All right, let's make a painter. We're going to make everything blue. And what are we hoping for? Mana. We're hoping for mana. Echoing Deeps can be a Windswept Heaths or Yavimaya. It's a Windswept Heath. That makes sense. You can go get your Surveil land. Unless I Pyroblast it. How about that? You wanted to go fetch a land? It's in the dumpster. Ah, there's your planes. All right. Come on, mana source for Goblin Engineer. Uh, what could you have? I'm blocking. All right, there's a good card to trade away the Goblin Engineer. Scythe Cat Cub, that's a good one. So we're going to want to get Ensnaring Bridge. Too sweet. Come on, mana source. Okay, good. We're going to go get Ensnaring Bridge so that we don't die. There you are. We still need to draw lands, though. We need to rip lands off the top of our deck, or we are going to die. The only saving grace is that I think the counters are mandatory. So we really want to draw a land right now. We really want to draw a land right now. Elvish Reclaimer, that's a good one. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to play this Disruptor Flute on Elvish Reclaimer. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. And then we're going to switch this bridge for this grindstone. And we're going to hope to dodge. I think we're going to play the Painter next turn. We want to get cards out of our hand. Everything he has is too big to attack, which is great. If we can just draw like one or two more lands, I think we'll be good. We have to dodge Force of Vigor. We have to dodge Sorts of Plowshares, I think, on our Goblin Engineer. We're not going to be able to get this Chaos Defiler into play without an Abrade. If we get a Braid, though, we're killing the Collector Roof and comboing them, I'm pretty sure. Green Sun Zenith for 3. If that's some kind of artifact removal, we might be dead. What do we got for 3? Another Collector Roof? Endurance. Oh, well, I'm really glad that the Ensnaring Bridge is in play. That's great. Another land is awesome. We're going to play this land, and I guess his guys are still too big, so I'll make a construct. I will make a construct. There's Dark Depths. Oh, this Great Furnace doesn't tap for mana because of the Collector Roof. Good to know, good to know. Agatha's Soul Cauldron also doesn't tap for mana. So I think I'm going to not make a construct. we're going to get Pithing Needle for Thespian stage. Make sure we can't get killed. I think so. Thespian stage. Okay. And then we're going to play this secondary painter. Everything's going to be blue again. And we're passing. Maybe I should have attacked with a painter servant. I think I'm going to next turn. Scythe Cat Cub. Stuff gets big. Thespian stage doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm going to start attacking with my painter servant. Because I would like to get an artifact into the graveyard. If they don't block, they just take 1 damage a turn. All right, so painter's dead. But now I have the ability to welder. What an interesting game this is. We're ahead on clock. Not by a ton, but we are ahead. Gonna F6 through this turn. We can't do anything. That's almost a great draw. All right, now we're not going to do any more sacrificial attacks. Crop rotation. What are we getting? A surveil land, I would guess. Yep, okay. I like it. Don't keep on top. That would be bad. All right, put a Bajuka Bog in the graveyard. We're looking for a mountain. City traders, anything? That thing can technically attack. This land can technically attack. It's good that they did that. If they're going to attack with it, I'm going to block. Oh, we're doing it. Let's make a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I will block it. I don't want to take the damage if I don't need to. We're going to get rid of this Chaos Defiler, probably whatever else we draw to, unless it's like a Goblin Welder. Maybe I do take the one. All right, they don't even attack. We're gonna discard both of these. Get rid of both of these blanks. Mountain. Oh, Goblin Engineer is a great draw. Now we can get our Phyrexian Dragon Engine. There it is. That's the card, right? Yeah, that's the card. And then we can pass. What do we got? The manual defrost. You got it. This is the game that we are playing. All right, we got a fetch land. The cat's gigantic. All right, let's trade this Dragon Engine for this Lotus Petal. And we'll draw 3. There's a Magus of the Moon. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's go Magus of the Moon. Let's go Lotus Petal. And I think we're also going to play this Grindstone. Can't attack. Can't thaw. You don't have any abilities anymore. There's lots of bad cards for us. Beseiju, Force of Vigor. There's another Painter. We're going to play it. Everything is blue again. All right, so we're looking for our Braid so that we can win. Or we're looking for our other Pyroblast. So I think we're going to, what do we got? Knight of the Reliquary, you got it. We are going to weld the Dragon Engine in and out. So let's go get Painter Servant and pitch this Dragon Engine. Everything is blue. And then let's get this Dragon Engine. We'll pay red, and we'll get rid of this Lotus Petal. Yes, we'll discard our hand. We'll draw 3. Okay. Draw a land. So we'll play Mountain. We'll play Urza Saga. Why not? 1, 2, 3. We'll play Magus of the Moon. And I think I'm going to play Disruptor Flute on Beseiju, who shelters all, or Beseiju, who endures. Beseiju, who endures. All right, so he can attack for 1 with his Lush Portico, but now it won't come back into play and surveil for him. I'm pretty sure we've got the hooks in. We just need to draw one of our 2 artifact removal spells or Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder will also do it. We're going to my turn. Now we're behind on clock, but I can't imagine that this game continues to the point where I run out of clock time and I die. We're drawing 4 cards a turn cycle here. And they pass. And let's go for Goblin Engineer for my Lotus Petal. And we'll pitch this Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And then let's Goblin Engineer for this Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And we'll pitch this Lotus Petal. No response. Yes, we'll discard our hand and draw 3 cards. There's 3 lands. Let's copy Goblin Engineer. Yes. And we will put a Melded Moxite into the discard pile. And then we will meld the Moxite out for the Dragon Engine. And just draw a disgusting amount of cards. Yeah, we'll discard a card, draw 2. Next turn. All right, there's a Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder. And then we can copy the Goblin Welder. We can use the copy to weld a melded moxite out for Chaos Defiler. Chaos Defiler will hit this collect roof. And then we will grindstone my opponent to death. That should be it. All right, cool. That was round 3. We'll see you all for round number 4. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back for round number 4. We won the die roll. We're going to play first. What do we got? We got a decent hand. I like it. We're going to keep. What is the best thing that we could do? Draw a Great Furnace so that we could Goblin Engineer out some crazy thing. They're mulliganing 60 cards. All right, Mountain and Goblin Welder. Next turn, we're going to play Goblin Engineer. I think we're just going to do... I don't know. Depends on what we see. Island, Tomio. Oh, Great Furnace is a good one. So let's go Great Furnace and Goblin Engineer. Let's see if... All right, we're going to do the Chaos Defiler. Chaos Defiler. And then let's kill that Tomio. We'll choose Tomio. Done. All right, nifty. And we have a turn 2, 5/4. So we're going to be bashing for a pretty decent amount of damage next turn. All right, Arena Glory, Lotus Petal. Let's go attacking. Brainstorm, you got it. That was going to flip Tomio. Not this time, though. All right. They're taking it all. And then let's play a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Awesome. No counter spells. All right, we won. Nifty. Turn 2 Chaos Defiler did it. All right, so I'm not quite sure what kind of blue deck my opponent is. They literally played Tomio, Brainstorm, fetch land, or maybe it was an island to start off with. No, I think it was a fetch land, but they got a basic island. So I think I'm going to resubmit. No, that's irresponsible. Let's play the Abrade. I think I'm going to take out one Lotus Petal. We're not trying to Magus them. I don't know exactly what they are. So yeah, we'll just put in an Abrade and trim a Lotus Petal. Braid kills Tomio, kills Nullrod, kills other troublesome things. Maybe they're blue-black and it'll kill a Orcish Bowmaster. I like all the blasts. All we saw was blue. I like the Phyrexian Devourer combo. I wonder if my opponent had Force of Will and didn't understand what was going to happen with Chaos Defiler. I mean, they didn't give me any reason to think they had Force of Will, but I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure that Phyrexian Devourer has killed two people like on board so far. Definitely one. Definitely the round one opponent when they. No, I think it was both. I think it was the lands player too. They just didn't block one of my creatures. How about getting lucky and grindstoning it into my graveyard for that play though, huh? All right, our opponent knows what we're doing, but we don't know what they're doing. Deck has been feeling pretty good so far. Um, I feel like maybe the third Agatha Soul Cauldron could be something else. I'm not sure. I do love a 20-second land. Maybe like one Lotus Petal should be a 20-second land. All right, so we're on the draw, and we have pretty poor hand, but it could be anything. We're going to keep. We're going to play this Goblin Welder. And then maybe we're going to... No, we can't play both the Welder and the Moxite. We definitely want to play Moxite next turn. Hydroblast. I'm okay with that. So I kind of feel like this is a mono blue deck. I don't know why, but I'm getting mono blue vibes. Urza Saga. That's a good one. Mox Diamond. Ooh, now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Okay, that's pretty good. We're going to go Melded Moxite and put the Devourer in the graveyard, though, for sure. Let me have it. You don't need to counterspell this. Oh, you're gonna. It's probably a good idea. What are we doing? Actual factual counterspell. Okay. Their Urza Saga could turn a Pithing Needle. Could turn on a Pithing Needle, maybe? Maybe this is a Dreadnought deck? Oh, we got our own Urza Saga. I like it. All right, let's put the Goblin Welder into play. You certainly... Okay. Is there any way they have Painter? I don't think so. Or, I'm sorry, not Painter, Grindstone. Is there any way they have Grindstone? Swords to Plowshares, my Goblin Welder. Okay. Daze me. Okay. I can't. All right. What's happening? Construct. We're doing the beatdowns. So Goblin Engineer would be a great rip. Ensnaring Bridge would probably be pretty great right now. Are we going to get the Pithing Needle to turn off my Saga? And then we got a pair of 3/3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get a Devourer into play. And maybe do it the hard way. All right, this is going to be close. Unless I rip a Ensnaring Bridge. And then it will be less close. One, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to play Mountain. We're going to play Mountain. The next turn, we're going to draw Painter Servant. All right, so we're taking 8, we're going to 9? Oh, and we got a Tomio. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, fam. But if we draw a Painter, we're in like Flynn. And a braid wouldn't be, would it? Yeah, braid would be good. We could kill a construct. All right, what do we got? What do we draw? Painter. Goblin Engineer. What does Goblin Engineer do for us? We die, right? He attacks for 10. Yeah, so let's do this. We'll get the grindstone. Play City of Traders. Phyrexian Devourer. And yeah, let's see what happens. I need to get my guy up to 5/5. I need to get it up. Oh no, now I need to get it up to 6/6. Do you have the land to discard? That would have been, that's an insane draw if you do. All right. All right, let's block one. Okay. And let's see if we can kill it. Exile a bunch of lands. Is that another land? Another land? Oh, Simian Spirit Guide. So it's a 4/4. Now it's 6/6. Okay, so we're gonna trade. And then what did we actually exile? Oh, we exiled a painter? That last card? Hmm. What do we need? An Arena of Glory off the top. That would be pretty sweet. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. That lets us survive the turn, right? Yeah. So we can play the Goblin Engineer. And then we can play the Soul Cauldron. And what do you have? Oh, cracking the clue. Brainstorm. I'm going to be really sad if you get this. All right, cool. We're going to put something cool in my graveyard. We already have Grindstone in play, and we already have a painter in the graveyard, so anything we put in there is fine. Let's do the Dragon Engine just in case things go south. And we're going to play this Agatha's Soul Cauldron. We're going to put the Phyrexian Devourer into the soup. And now our guy is a Phyrexian Devourer. We beat a Swords to Plowshares pretty handily. All right, we're looking to fade. Tomio can only plus. One, two. Savine's Reclamation. Return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Targeting Urza Saga. I accept. All right, so I think what I can do is get Painter into play, and if they swords it, I can put the Goblin Welder. Oh, that's a great draw. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's hold priority. We'll grindstone my opponent. We will activate the Goblin Engineer, Painter Servant, pay red, sacrifice the grindstone. And that's it. All right. Cool. We'll see you guys for round number 5. See if we can get that bread and butter 4-1. See you soon. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back for the last round. Playing for the 4-1. We're 3-1 right now. We won the die roll. Let's see what we got. We got a pretty decent hand, I think. I like it. I'm pretty sure we're going to Goblin Welder, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, next turn we'll play Ancient Tomb and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Things that could dumpster us is Daze and Wasteland on our Ancient Tomb. That would be pretty bad. There's the Underground Sea. Fatal Push. Okay. There's a mountain, so I mean, I do want to push my advantage. They did mulligan. If they daze, okay, they don't. That's good. Maybe we can draw an Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and then I can win with Goblin Engineer on turn 2, or turn 3, I guess. Go put the Devourer in my graveyard and attack him to death. That would be pretty cool. All right, we got a fetch land. Do we have another Fatal Push? Thoughtseize? Fatal Push. Okay. That is okay. That's a pretty good draw. Do I want to use the ability? Yes. We're going to get rid of this, and I think that's it. Just the one. Oh, that's a good draw. So we're going to Painter. Everything's going to be blue. And we're going to play Grindstone, and you're in check. We have a Pyroblast. We've tapped out. They have not played Daze when we played the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, so they probably don't have a Daze. They've already used 2 Fatal Pushes. I feel pretty good about this game. Hymn to Torok. I mean, I'd rather counter target spell if it's blue. I'd rather not just lose my Goblin Engineer if I don't have to. They could have Snuff Out. They don't. All right. Let's go to game number 2. We want the Maguses. We want the Abrade. I think we want to leave the Lava Spur Boots on the bench. A Goblin Welder. A Moxite. And what was the last card that we trimmed? Was it 1 Grindstone? No. Maybe we just trim 1 Red Blast because their deck is a lot of black cards. Or did we trim the Mox Opal? Maybe we trimmed the Mox Opal. Let's take out the Mox Opal. could bring in the Pithing Needle. I don't think I want it. No, I think we're good this way. We're most likely up against blue-black tempo. It'd be pretty sweet if we could defeat it in this last game and not go to a third game for the round. That would be nifty. Deck has felt pretty great. The round that we lost, we had turn one Magus the Moon. Unfortunately, we were on the draw. They had both their basics and their one of each basic deck. And then game three, we mulled to four, so not much that we can do there. But yeah, the deck has been feeling pretty good. Makes me pretty optimistic about playing it at the 1K. I keep saying 1K. I have a feeling it's going to be about like 30, maybe 40 players. I'm not sure how much that'll pay out. All right, we got a hand. It's not like the greatest hand. I guess we'll keep it. Will we? Yeah. We have lots of lands. I like having our basics under us. We have a Pyroblast. We can get around days. Mulliganing into blue-black isn't always great because they have Thought Seizes. They mulliganed, which is great. They're Thought Seizing me. They're not Thought Seizing me. They're Thought Seizing me. All right, so it's kind of like they double mulliganed. I assume they take the Goblin Engineer. If they take the Pyroblast, it's because they have Tamio. They took the Pyroblast, so I think they have Tamio. We do have 4 more blasts in our deck, though. There's one of them. That's cool. We'll leave that right there. And they say that the Thoughtseize bug isn't a real thing. I mean, it seems pretty real to me. Look at this insect. All right, they got an island under them. We did draw a second Pyroblast. Are you going to take it? And then will we draw the third Pyroblast? That would be funny. So we're going to play Goblin Engineer if we are allowed to, and we're going to put Phyrexian Dragon Engine in the graveyard. No Tamio. At least not immediately, so that's pretty good. Agatha's Soul Cauldron is pretty good. We're going to put the Devourer in our graveyard, and then maybe we win the game. All right, where are you, Phyrexian Devourer? Yeah, so next turn we can play the Soul Cauldron, put the Devourer in the soup, and feed it to the Goblin Engineer to kill them. Or put them into the Abyss. There's also that. All right, that's cool. Mountain. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. They could have Force of Will. They do. Let's attack. They're down to 2 cards. We have card advantage on them, but we would need to draw a Lotus Petal or... Oh, what are we doing? Snuff out? Okay. Oh, no, that's just my damage. Wow. Oh, the double Thoughtseize. That's why they're so low. All right, so next turn we're going to play the Simian Spirit Guide. That's cool. Oh, that's a good draw. They're not going to have access to any of their black mana. That's a good draw. All right, feeling pretty good about this. Next turn, we're going to play the Simian Spirit Guide and just represent a faster clock. They can Tamio and they can Brainstorm, but that is about it. Oh, Ponder too. Let's play the Spirit Guide. Let's attack. Don't think we can get punished. And then I don't think I want to run the Goblin Welder out into a daze. We don't even have an artifact to weld yet. I would rather play it a little safe. We'll smash here. And now we'll play the Goblin Welder. And I guess I'll leave the Ancient Tomb in my hand so that they're scared. Tomio, you got it. If I draw an artifact, I win. That is not an artifact. We'll play it, though. And we're going to smash with everything. This will put you to 5. Next turn, you can brainstorm and plus, and then I can attack you to 3. Oh, you didn't even attack. All right, that's good news. Lotus Petal. And then let's... Oh, you know what? Let's... You could Force of Will. All right, we're going to do it the safe way. We're going to get the Soul Cauldron into play. And then we're going to attack and kill him. If they block the Simian Spirit Guide, but not the Magus, will I Soul Cauldron? Yeah, we're gonna put the Devourer into the soup and then feed the soup to the monkey. And we'll click this guy here. That way, if they, Brazen Borrower, my monkey, that's great. Magus stays in play. I guess they could have, surgical extraction. So they're at 1 then? And then next turn, I can play the Chaos Defiler. All right, you are at 1. And I'm pretty sure you're dead. There's the Brazen Borrower. But you are at 1, sir. And I'm going to play Chaos Defiler next turn. Pretty sure. And Magus. You can't crack a fetch land. You can't cast Force of Will. I like my position. If you Tomio... So you need to Tomio, flip, hit Fatal Push. Fatal Push on my Goblin Welder. All right, let's play this Magus of the Moon. And then let's play this Ancient Tomb, and let's attack with my Spirit Guide. We will put something in the soup. Let's get this Goblin Welder into the soup. We'll feed it to the Simian Spirit Guide so that we can take down Tomio. And this has to be the last turn of the game. All right, we won the game. We ended up with a 4-1. That's pretty cool. Can we get back to All right, so we played against, oh geez, Eldrazi, and then we played against Tempo Doomsday, and then we played against Green White Depths. I'm not exactly sure what kind of deck it actually is. And then we played against, ooh, DB Paper Player One. I don't quite remember. And then it was Blue Black Control or Blue Black Tempo. Um, oh, this was the Blue White Urza Saga deck. They didn't really do too much. They had to have had Phyrexian Dreadnoughts in their deck, I would think. So yeah, pretty successful league, I think. The one match we lost was really close. Deck felt great. Uh, Things that I think I might want to try maybe for the next time is maybe one minus Agatha Soul Cauldron or minus one Lotus Petal for a 20-second land. Maybe it's the Great Furnace. Maybe I pony up and buy one. We didn't go up against any degenerate combo, or at least the Doomsday deck didn't degenerate combo us, so it felt pretty good. Sideboard felt good. Magus the Moons were good. Better than Blood Moon, I think. Deck is sweet. I will probably play it again next week for the channel to just iterate on it for the 1K. All right, thanks everybody. Once again, if you're still here and you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the subscribe button. Doesn't mean anything for you, but if we can get it going and get a nice momentum happening, we can, you know, make this feel a little bit cooler, a little bit better, grow the channel, have a wider painting community. All right, thank you very much. Bye.